Hello, welcome to this episode of The Daily. My name is Brendan Malone. Well, last week I finally got round to watching Tarantino's newish film, The Hateful Eight. I've been told by people you should watch this film. It's a really great Western. It's a great movie. It's really well made, rah, rah, rah. So I hired the movie and watched it. And oh my gosh, I got to the end of it and I was like, thank goodness this is over. I just don't think it's that good a film. In fact, I think in places it's kind of a bit pretentious. It's over bloated. It goes for way too long and is not nearly as gripping as some people claim it is. Now, I know there is obviously a certain amount of subjectivity when you talk about films, but this one, even people I know who liked it said, oh yeah, it did feel a little bit long. It really is. It's far too long. It's almost 3 hours long, this film. It's just there's certain technical aspects which were kind of cool. So he did a 70mm roadshow, and I think that was kind of cool with the film. And there's certain shots that he has within the movie that you're looking at, you think, oh, that's great camera work, that's great cinematography. But apart from that, technically it's no major sort of stunning breakthrough or anything. In fact, the landscape shots, most of it takes place inside a cabin, but the landscape shots, they're nothing special. It's just stock standard landscape shots. Tarantino is a good writer, and he's known particularly for his dialogue, but in this film, the dialogue, this had none of that usual sort of crackle and pop. It just didn't zing like the normal sort of dialogue that he writes. A lot of it just felt like delivery of lines and just more delivery of lines. There's one particular moment too where they sort of go back and tell you part of the backstory. Zoe Bell is in that scene. She's a stagecoach driver, and she turns up. And now Zoe Bell is a very talented stunt woman, and acting's not her strong suit. But I have seen her act better than this. It was really jarring when she's in the film. Her acting is just, or the way that role is played, and Tarantino chose to put that in and keep that in the film the way it is. So, it just, yeah, all in all, and quite a violent and barbaric film with no real redeeming features. Like, there are films where you can encounter violence that serves a purpose, that is being used as a means to an end, to take you to a good end, to actually draw something out of you that's important or to direct you in a way that is good. But this film is just not like that at all. It's just barbaric and brutal and meaningless. And the interesting thing is there is actually sort of an interesting little subplot that could have been really, I think, interesting to explore in a better way. And that was this whole thing of post-Civil War, the divisions that exist between fellow Americans and the way in which those lines of division are being drawn. But it just goes to waste in this film. It's a really interesting sort of subplot. It's part of the sort of context of the film. But unfortunately, the film just doesn't deliver. So I was really, really disappointed, and I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. It's kind of strange. I really didn't expect to be saying that because I'd heard so much hype. The trailers certainly make it look like it's going to be an interesting film and a lot more fast-paced than what it was. I mean, you could have realistically told this story in 2 hours, even an hour and a half possibly. I would say 2 hours. You could have told the story well and had a compelling movie, but it went too long. And as I said, on top of that, the story itself was just, you get to the end of it and you go, oh my gosh, this is just this nihilistic, fatalistic, pessimistic sort of, horrible, meaningless lack of anything good. It was like, quick, someone give me a Prozac. So yeah, The Hateful Eight, not impressed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on The Daily.